All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to week 2 of the Cyclone Touchdown Club Player Spotlight. We're joined by seniors, number 8, Rhett Slagle, and number 59, Braydon, Rainwater. Guys, we appreciate you joining us tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
You're coming off a big game last week. Going into it, you didn't know what to really expect. We had a lot of Braydon, you and Nolan was the only 2 linemen that had any experience. You didn't know what to expect. Got off to a little slow start, but it seemed like when we hit the lightning delay, it seemed like everything just started settling down. We come out and good things happened. We started pressing, we started making trick plays like boom. And that just took the lid off and it was a big exhale. Braydon, tell me your thoughts on that.
I think we just need to regroup, really understand what we need to get fixed, just get it really going. And then I feel like once we started to get regrouped, everyone got all together, all on the same page. It really started to hit everyone that we need to do our jobs.
Rhett, what about you?
I totally think if we hadn't came out slow, we'd have won the game. I mean, those first 2 drives, if we could have just got the ball, drove it past the 50-yard line and pinned them inside the 20, I mean, they wouldn't have scored. And then with lightning delay or not, we would have came out, we'd have kept going, we'd have kept driving, and we'd have scored, and I totally think we'd have won.
Do you feel like, both of you, do you feel like when it went into the lightning delay, like you had a chance to, as the old saying is, slow down, catch your breath, and then regroup? Is that what you feel like happened?
Yeah, I mean, I think that too, but also nobody has coaches like we do. Nobody can see the things our coaches see, and I mean, we made corrections and they didn't.
Yep. What do you think, Ray?
It was definitely hard there at the beginning. I will say that, but it's just one of those things. We just got to push through it, get that mentality right.
Now, looking at the film, this last question I'll answer, I had to flip it over to Stacey. You went back and you looked at the film. I know you've looked and critiqued it. From the naked eye, while me and Stacey was up there, we were only like 1 or 2 plays away, a couple inches away from completing a pass or breaking a big run. We're right there with it, with this young pup off it. What do you all think? How's your feelings?
I mean, I think it just takes confidence. Because, I mean, they're there mentally and they know what they're doing. It's like, and it's not just all the young pups, too. The older guys, us, we all had mess ups, too. There's some drop balls that could have been touchdowns. I mean, there's some throws that could have been first downs and kept the drives going, and that's on me. And that's about it. I think the whole team's just got to get it together.
I'll just got to push through it.
Braydon, let me ask you a couple of things because just the nature of the Cyclones now, you didn't come off the field a whole lot. I know they kind of switched in a little bit and so forth on defense.
Yes, sir.
How tough was that last Friday night against Science Hill? It was warm out there. They were falling like leaves with cramps. You all didn't, but
yeah.
How tough was it to play all those snaps on offense, but then it seemed like the defense was on the field for a long period of time, especially in the second half. How difficult was that?
Man, it was pretty hard. It's just, I mean, we all really wanted it bad. So, I mean, it felt like it was harder to just like be in and not like we just couldn't get out. Like we just had to stay in there and do what we need to do, stay in our job.
Rhett, when the running game is shut down, like it was for a lot of the game last week, do you feel any added pressure to kind of take it on your shoulders a little bit at that point?
I mean, no, not really, because I feel like that's my job. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with doing it. I love throwing the ball. So, we just our receivers got to get in there, got to use their speed. And, I mean, we had tremendous speed. Like, if you go back and watch play like 120, our receivers, Justin and Zach and Jack and all of them, they're still firing off the ball. And, I mean, we hit a couple deep balls there at the end, and they were still just running by the corners with speed. And it's just our conditioning and our preparation. But all in all, I think if we had to throw the ball every play, I think we'd still be fine.
Okay. Tony talked a little bit about the difference because of the lightning delay. You know, when he came out, everybody's got You always want to start, you always want to score on the first drive. I understand that. That's why the Cyclones, I think in the last 15 to 19 years, one time that we won the toss, we didn't take the ball. And I don't think we'll ever see it again either. And I know you want to do that, but what was the difference before the lightning delay and afterwards? I'll start with you on that, Rhett. What did they tell you during that almost hour delay? What did they tell you a little bit about? Calm down, let's do this. Is that?
It's just a little bit like it was just alignment and assignment. Really, it was just everybody had to work in unison, and there was other people just kind of worried about having to like help other people that had not had as much experience as them. And I think it just boiled down to everybody does their part and what they're coached to do, and you just had to regroup. And Coach Witt coached everybody up. Coach Harrison, all of our coaches did, and I think that's just a big factor of having our coaches knowing what they're doing and having our film pulled up on iPads.
Assignment football.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Rainwater, what do you think? Same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's just everyone had to get their jobs done, focus on what they needed to do, and just get in there and complete it.
You talked about the speed that your receivers had, and you got to see this a little bit. Not so much you, Braydon, because you're on the field, but when you're on the sidelines a little bit and you're not looking at the iPad or talking to the coach, everybody always talks about the speed that Science Hill has, and it looked like on a couple of the plays when they're on offense and we're on defense that the receiver was open. But you saw our defensive backs, whether it would be Jack or Justin or one of the Wallen boys, man, they closed that gap and they were right there, and there was a number of breakups of what could have been long passes in the first quarter. Did y'all see that? Is that what you're talking about? The difference in the speed the Cyclones have, especially with the receivers and then the defensive backfield.
Yes, sir. That and like when we were on offense, it was like play 122 there close to the end, and Justin Whitehead ran like a corner route that was like 40 yards, and he just blew by the safety, and he ran right by him. I guess they weren't expecting it, and it's just good that he still has that speed. And Zach Wallen, he caught a screen pass, and he just outran the linebackers and stuff and got good yardages. And on our rollouts and comebacks and stuff, they were just, when you hit a deep ball like that, they have to honor it. Mm-hmm. So they can't just be sitting on the comebacks and the stop routes. They have to honor the deep ball, and it's good that they did that in play 130.
And with these people going both ways, so Braydon, like a lot like you do, you would too if you wasn't throwing the ball so much,
sir.
But these are the same guys that are also running those deep routes, and every play that Science Hill ran, those receivers were running our corners off, and that's why they were so effective when you all clogged up the middle, bouncing it outside, because they were running our corners off. And these same receivers are flipping over and running as corners and safety. They're running 10, 15, 20 yards down the field every single play. So that goes a lot to the conditioning, doesn't it?
Yes, sir, it does.
Right. How about you when you see them coming in there and you've got some young people and Rhett talked about it, that assignment football, I see Ryan Witten sitting over there. They preach it. They preach do your job. But especially on defense, it's tough if you've got the A gap or the A and B gap, and you see that ball go outside, you want to get out there and get you a little bit of it, don't you?
Yes, sir.
But if they do cutbacks, which they were very good at, especially the Perry kid before he goes out, if you don't play assignment football, he's going to come right back where you were.
Yeah.
And so how do you adjust, and as you've got some younger people on the line with you, how do you help them understand that? Do you get that through the films? And I know you've looked at that this week.
You just have to build up their confidence, make them feel like they can do it, make sure they really get focused on their job and what they're doing.
Let's flip over now, and that one's put to bed. And as sluggish as we looked at sometimes, and sometimes we weren't able to run the ball, but in spite of all of that, had a chance to win that ball game. Let's talk a little bit about the opponent this week. Somebody that you all are used to seeing when you were in Pee-wees and junior high, these Bristol teams. But as high schoolers, you probably haven't played them at all. So what do you look as being the key as this week the Cyclones go into game 2 against the Tennessee High Vikings? And Braydon, I'll start with you.
I think we really just need to come out fast and really get it going. I mean, they're running the same type of defense that Science Hill ran. As long as we can get it down, make sure everyone does what they need to do, I think we'll be fine.
Rhett, what do you think?
I mean, we got to treat it like we do any other game. We got to treat it like it's Science Hill again. There's no slouch game. There's nothing. We got their film of them playing Westridge and then pouring down rain, so we know they're more capable of doing other things than what they did in that film. And we just have to come out fast and take some chances and just be tough.
All right, last question. We've asked this for years to come. Rhett, your brother played here, your daddy played here. All right, this is for both of you. When you leave, what do they want people to say about Rhett Slagle and Braydon? What do you want them to say about Braydon Rainwater? We'll go ahead and start with you, Rhett.
I just want people to say that, I mean, I didn't have any quit. Like I always went, no matter the situation, and I think we just made the best with what we had and what we could do, and just always a team player.
Brady?
I just want them to look at me and be like, dang, that kid really tried. He really wanted to leave a legacy.
Well, guys, we appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your time. We'll go back to the station for this quick break. When we come back, we'll continue with tonight's second half of the Tennessee High Vikings and your Elizabethton Cyclone.